So we're headed for another shootout.
When you've not won an outright game,
Nilakantha Sharma up against Ben Rennie.
there is a downward trajectory. The team gets shattered and there's only one way there. It's going south.
We're going to sudden death. There's no goalkeeper. That's going to wrap it up.
There has to be a plan B, and even if the plan B is not working, then something is wrong.
मैं यहाँ जीतने के लिए आया हूँ। मैं हर एक मैच जीतना चाहता हूँ।
Yeah, the first two matches rekindled my love for the sport if it needed rekindling.
शुरू में जब I felt when we started on the first game, we were a little overconfident.
पहले मैच में थोड़ा सा नर्वस भी था क्योंकि मैं पहली बार खेल भी रहा था, इतना सारे क्राउड भी आए थे, पब्लिक भी आए थे, तो देख रहे थे।
There's an element that in the beginning we were afraid. We were afraid to lose.
क्योंकि पहला मैच में ये काफ़ी गैप था कि कम्युनिकेट नहीं कर पा रहे लड़के कि मैं उसको कैसे चिल्लाऊँ, कैसे बोलूँ। बट हम इंडियन में भी यही होता है कि जो ओवरसीज प्लेयर है उनको कैसे बोलना है।
But there were elements in that game that I absolutely loved. The most important element was we did not stop fighting. We did not stop believing in each other. We did not stop supporting each other, even when the chips were down, even when the odds were against us.
Yeah, it's difficult. I think that second match we probably left a win out there, which was disappointing.
उसमें टीम कोऑर्डिनेशन वगैरह थोड़ा सा इतना बन नहीं रहा था। जो दिल्ली के साथ हम 2-2 ड्रॉ किया, वो मैच जीतने वाला था।
If it's a draw, both the teams get a point each, and the team that wins the shootout after the match ends gets a bonus point. That's what we got against Delhi on the 31st of December.
एक मैच चलो ठीक है, सबका हम मान गए, हम लेसन था एक, हम हार गए, कोई प्रॉब्लम नहीं। नेक्स्ट मैच में फिर हम उस चीज़ को सुधारा, फिर हम वापस गेम में आ गए, हमें लगा कि इम्प्रूव हो रहा है। फिर तीसरा मैच में वही चीज़ हो गया था।
हम जो रिदम चाह रहे थे मैच का वो नहीं बन पाया था। आगे हमें गोल स्कोर नहीं हो रहा था, हम डिफेंस करते रहे।
I mean, we had plenty of chances, but they seemed to convert their chances a bit better.
Goalkeeper, that's going to wrap it up.
थर्ड मैच में फिर से लॉस मिला, which was a great setback for us.
We didn't see the same players as what we saw in training.
The trust on each other builds up only when they play matches together. I felt that happened in the first 2-3 matches where the trust on each one went. Everybody had the right assessment of the ability of their teammates.
Communication takes time. You've different nationalities, different players, different states, different languages, different ideas, and different systems from which we came, differences in how we see the game and how we look at solutions to certain problems.
Exciting games, very different tactics which were used on the field.
So those games were really crucial for us, and we knew we needed to pick up some points to give ourselves a bit of a boost and also to give ourselves a chance of making the playoffs.
मैं ये समझूंगा कि एक पॉजिटिव एनवायरनमेंट में कहीं भी कमी नहीं आई।
We didn't go through the difficult times with each other yet. Because difficult times will happen. How do you get out of that? How long does it take? And how do you get out of it to improve it? That's such a vital part of playing sports with each other.
the first thing that Indians did at a world level, at a world-class level, if we were the best at something that we did, it was actually play hockey. The legacy that we have, the history that we have in this country, in this sport, remains unmatched and will remain unmatched for a very, very long time.
We have played hockey and dominated hockey for 50 years of the first 100 years. So let's say from 1920s to 2024, if you look at it, the first 50 years till early 60s or 70s, India really dominated hockey.
India has been through a tough couple of years in hockey. I think, probably before I was born, India was one of the biggest hockey nations in the world.
2008 in fact was बोलते हैं ना वो सबसे ख़राब टाइम था हमारे इंडियन हॉकी के लिए, जब हम क्वालिफाई भी नहीं हो पाए थे, हम जो हार गए थे चिली में। तो वो टाइम मुझे अभी भी याद है कि I had just started my career, that time. So एक वो लोग बोलने लग गए थे कि हॉकी ख़त्म हो गई है, और काफ़ी लोगों ने बोला क्या ये स्पोर्ट्स में क्या रखा है, कुछ नहीं ये वो, दो इवन हैविंग द मैक्सिमम मेडल इन ओलंपिक गेम्स। सो बट हमने गिव अप नहीं किया, हमने वो प्रोसेस को चालू रखा। 2012 में हमको 12 में हम 12 आए थे, 2016 में आप देखोगे तो हमने टॉप 8 में आए थे हम।
ये सबसे मेरे लिए एक मतलब अच्छा मोमेंट ये था कि आफ्टर टोक्यो ओलंपिक, तो मेरे लिए वो बहुत अच्छा था। एक ब्रॉन्ज मेडल भी था आफ्टर 41 ईयर्स, ये एकदम मेमोरेबल हुआ था। तो उसके बाद भी मेरा अपने आप एक कॉन्फिडेंस भी बढ़ गया था। तो उसके बाद हॉकी थोड़ा मैं नॉलेज के हिसाब से खेलने लगा कि कब कैसे मतलब कि अपने आप को कंट्रोल करना है, तो किसी को कैसे गाइड करना है, कम्युनिकेट, ये सब अच्छा था।
Indian hockey is known for lots of fast counter-attacking end-to-end sort of game. We know that's the strengths of the Indians, but we also want to at the same time bring a bit of control and calmness about a game, a bit of structure, and really I think with this we can dominate the game. Like we know we could go end-to-end with the team, but then it becomes a bit messy, a bit random. So our style of play is really focused around structure, and at the right time going forward with a bit of risk and flair, which we know the Indian guys in our team have. But getting that balance right, I think, is important.
Extra special in the Hockey India League is you have a very short preparation time where you get an extreme mix of nationalities with a base of Indian players, a culture that I know but that I'm not completely familiar with. If you see us play, if you see us have fun with each other, if you see us inside or outside the hockey, on the pitch or outside of the hockey pitch, I kind of want you to have the feeling like that's a group I want to be a part of, because those are values I really like. We try to bring the group closer and closer towards each other, find the common values that we have, also find our differences.
हमें पता है कि हमें हॉकी खेलनी है, बट अब जो हॉकी खेलनी है, अब एक टीम में रह के खेलनी है, अलग अलग कल्चर्स को अडॉप्ट करना है। ये चीज़ मैं कहूँगा कि कोई बड़ा चैलेंज नहीं था, बट ये चीज़ था कि आप कैसे जुड़ रहे एक दूसरे के साथ।
अब ज़्यादा हॉकी फिर फर्स्टेड हुआ तो कई बार ज़्यादा आप करते तो फन के लिए, टीम इन्वायरमेंट के लिए, क्योंकि टीम बॉन्डिंग के लिए वो चीज़ें बहुत ज़रूरी होती हैं। फॉरेनर प्लेयर्स, इंडियन प्लेयर, कई अपने टीम के प्लेयर ऐसे भी थे जिनको क्रिकेट नहीं खेलना आता है, उसके बाद भी उन्होंने पार्टिसिपेट किया।
Okay, guys, the rules are we play 10 overs, okay, and a player each can play only 2 overs, okay, because we need to give batting to everyone.
Okay, we know without offside.
I think we have the best batsman in Emily.
Can anybody tell me this game? Where do I go? I go here?
Okay, first ball service.
Okay, guys, well done. This takes too long. Well done. Okay, so also in your warm-up and your way towards it, you need to prepare yourself so that you are really ready. You play some shifts of 5v4, 5v4, and afterwards the load goes down and it's PCs and some technical stuff. My experience with this -1 day training is if we don't invest, it takes a long time before we're there, or we end with a frustrated feeling. And I don't want to take a long time with you guys, and I don't want to end frustrated. So let's invest in the first part, and then we are there. Let's go, boys!
Teachers, I'm your brother, Dixon. Come on here.
I think we all felt that, hey, we're onto something special with each other. We're really liking what we're doing together. And then it feels very vulnerable, you know, and it's something you really want to cherish. And I think that starting in the league, all of our players, so the younger ones, but also the ones who are, maybe especially the ones who were older, they felt a certain kind of pressure. Let's, for example, talk about Sumit. After the first 3 matches, I thought, Sumit, come on. Like, you're better than this, you know? But I think he felt the responsibility. He wanted to lead, but he was still trying to find his feet in that. What we needed to do is we needed to find our feet, probably because we felt that what we're having with each other was pretty special. Maybe other teams are also having it. I'm not comparing it with them. I can only look at what we have with each other.
पाशा ने कुछ ज़्यादा हमने चेंज नहीं किया। कोई पाशा ने भी हमें नहीं बताया कि हमें कुछ डिफरेंट प्लान करना है। प्लान था और जो हम पहले करते आ रहे उसमें कुछ छोटे-छोटे चेंजेस होते हैं जो आपको टैक्टिकल है, टेक्निकल चीज़ें हैं, कुछ हमारी छोटी-छोटी हैं। कहाँ से अटैक करना है, कहाँ से डिफेंस करना है, डिफेंसिव स्ट्रक्चर कैसा होना चाहिए, बस उस पे हमारा काम चला ज़्यादा क्योंकि हॉकी प्लेयर को हॉकी पता है कैसे खेलनी है। उसको पता है मुझे क्या करना है। बट हमारी जो विदाउट बॉल हमें करना क्या है, विद बॉल हमें थोड़ा-सा स्ट्रक्चर में रहना है, विदाउट बॉल हमें कैसे टीम के लिए एक-दूसरे के लिए हेल्प करनी है, कैसे क्या प्लान होता है, तो वही किया, ज़्यादा हमने चेंज नहीं किया था।
There has to be a plan B, and even if the plan B is not working, then something is wrong. I mean, something somewhere is lacking, or there are some loopholes where you need to fill in, and we need to work on that. एक मैच हारने से आप ख़राब टीम नहीं बनते, आप एक मैच जीतने से आप बेस्ट टीम नहीं बनते, तो आपको कंसिस्टेंसी लाना वो स्टेप बाय स्टेप आता है।
हम एक दूसरे पे भरोसा तो कर रहे हैं, बट अगर उससे नहीं हो पाए तो सेकंड ऑप्शन क्या है, वो चीज़ भी काफ़ी मैटर करता है।
What happens is usually when you've not won an outright game in your first 3 opening games, there is one of 3 ways that teams go. There is a downward trajectory. You know, the team gets shattered and there's only one way there, it's going south. The team really comes together and there's an upward trajectory. You've hit rock bottom and the only way to go is up. And there is also a third way, which is mediocrity, you know. There's downward, upward, and you're good on some days, not so good on the other days, and that's how your entire tournament goes. We finally understood what we have to do together as a team on the pitch, without the ball. I personally believe the most efficient way to defend is zonal, not man-to-man. The thing with zonal is, it takes time to understand. It takes time for players to really understand and then execute their roles real time in a game situation. And the game is played, field hockey for me is, if not the fastest outdoor team sport, I think it's the fastest outdoor team sport. So you're trying to execute something in coordination with 10 others at breakneck speed. Sometimes that takes time to click. And yes, I had understood that this may take time to click.
तो सबका माइंड सेट जिससे ही बात की मैंने, जिस प्लेयर से बात की, सब ने था कि जीत, सिर्फ जीत, क्योंकि आपको पता है कि हम 8th पोजीशन पे चल रहे हैं और हम नहीं चाहते कि ये हमारी पोजीशन बनी रहे हमेशा। तो हमने ही कहा कि हम इस पोजीशन को हटाएंगे और हम ऊपर जाएंगे, और उसके लिए आज का मैच हमारे लिए इम्पोर्टेंट है। चाहे कुछ भी हो जाए, गिरना है, पड़ना है, एक दूसरे के लिए एफर्ट करना है, खुद के लिए एफर्ट करना है, टीम के लिए एफर्ट करना है, और ये मैच चाहे कुछ भी हो, जीतना ही है।
The UP Rudras game is something I will be teaching in my coaching clinics on how to defend when you don't have the ball.
7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, let's go.
To the Toofans, taken quickly into the circle, shot and it's dribbled in, and there is the opening goal. Alan Lakra. Anderson takes the free hit, goes to Nilakanta. Good pass by him, and there's number 2. It's fired home this time by Rajendra. One corner, it's thrown in the air wide, jumping up, Sumit brings it down.
We created some chances, we scored good goals. I think we could have scored 1 or 2 more on the counter. It's Hockey India League, so you got to stay focused, you got to make sure the game doesn't get too crazy, and we got to work really hard in order to make sure that we can score the 3rd one in order to bring this victory home.
Is going to be under the bar there as the Toofans get the second half underway. Arshdeep now driving through the middle, releases the ball. Oh yes! Shilanan Lakra belts that one in. And it is the first victory of the Hero Hockey India League for the Hyderabad Toofans, and they will be very happy about that.
Zonally, we were so good. And Harendra Singh, chief coach of the women's hockey team, Indian national women's hockey team, who's on broadcast duties for the Hockey India League, he came down from the studio and he said the way the team has defended, sensational and international grade. That's one of the best compliments I have received for the Hyderabad Toofans.
Really big one. And a team performance tonight. I usually like to start with the critical thing, and the critical thing that I have about today is why not earlier in the tournament? Because if you can play like this and you're connected with each other, then the ceiling that you can reach is really high. But what we have to realize is what we have to do in order to step into this level. And today, it was the first time I saw people focus on their job with the fouls, with the mistakes, with the good things. We made each other a little bit bigger. And that's what you need in the game. Okay. Important, play what you see, high quality balls, shift of 3 minutes. I'm going to set it up so that everybody can see. Let's start with the team that's out. Is
3 black, hey,
yeah.
C and D.
Okay, it will be C. So that's Zach, Raja, Mukul, Tali, and Tim. After I've explained it, you guys grab a ball over there and do a little bit more fasting so that you stay warm before we start, okay?
Yeah, okay.
Ik denk dat het gewoon belangrijk is om hem een beetje te laten twijfelen.
One of the things that did change for me is I took a little bit of a different approach in how I presented and sold elements and how I tried to teach my players. And also Emily, my assistant, has been a big value in that, always challenging me to say like, okay, wait a second, it's very clear in your brain, but is it clear for everyone currently? Can we train it in another way? Can we get another angle at it? Can you present it in a different way? And be patient with yourself, because I'm not the most patient guy.
Stop talking! Stop talking!
I want to go next topic. And she told me a little bit of, no, let's stay at this topic. Let's get this one done and then go towards.
You prepare a little bit for it to be very chaotic and having to repeat a lot of things and maybe not making the steps forward that we wanted. And I think it's been the opposite. I think we started at a very high level in Hyderabad. I was very surprised with the level of the players and their tactical knowledge.
I want to create the high performance environment, and I want the people around me to feel the necessity to create that constantly. And it goes in different paces here than what I'm used to, and with a different directness and openness. And that's challenging for me because I'm not the most patient guy. We spoke about that already, and I want something to be set once and then I want it facilitated, done.
आप बहुत अच्छे हैं, ये हम सब जानते हैं. आप ग्राउंड के अंदर बहुत साउंड हो, आपके पास बहुत अच्छी एक टैक्टिकल प्रिपरेशन हो सकती है, आप टेक्निकली बहुत साउंड हो सकते हो, पर जब तक आपके अंदर एक अच्छी पॉजिटिविटी, एक अच्छी मेंटल स्ट्रेंथ और आपके अंदर एक टीम बॉन्डिंग नहीं है, तो आप जितने मर्जी अच्छे हो, आप अपने रिजल्ट लेके कभी नहीं आ सकते.
We can feel good about ourselves, about the work we've done, about the way we are going, and the direction in which we are headed, but we are fully cognizant of the fact that there's a long way to go.
A very good evening from the Bursamunda Hockey Stadium in Rourkela. It is match 19 of the Hero Hockey India League.
5th and 6th was a special challenge, and 5th and 6th will always stay with me because every team in the Hockey India League does not play back-to-back games. We were one of the handful of teams that had back-to-back games, and we had back-to-back games against Surma and Lancers.
बिल्कुल हमारे लिए वो काफ़ी इम्पोर्टेंट मैच थे दोनों ही, क्योंकि हम पीछे चल रहे थे, टीमों से काफ़ी पीछे चल रहे थे, और हमने डिसाइड किया था कि जो हमारे यहाँ कंटिन्यू जो मैच है हमारे राउरकेला में, तो ट्राई करेंगे दोनों जीते।
सुरमा के साथ खेल भी सही रहा था, बट हम ये मानते हैं कि हमारा जो फिनिशिंग है वो सही नहीं था।
Surma, I think it's more their defensive structure, penalty corner defense, that is their strength.
प्रेशर मैच था उस टाइम में, क्योंकि उस टाइम गोंजालो भी बाहर था। सोच रहा था कि मेरे को कैसे स्कोर करना है, और 1-0 का लीड था उन लोग का, सुरमा का, तो मैं वही सोचा था कैसे लीड करना है। लोग ने मुझे पूछा कि कहाँ से तू मतलब पीसी लेना चाहेगा, तो मैंने बोला सेकंड बैटरी से मैं लेना चाहूँगा, मैं उसको बोला। तो जब पीसी हुआ, मैंने ड्रैग करने से पहले मैंने बस खाली भगवान को याद किया। मैं बोला कि टीम के लिए बस मैं गोल करने के लिए जा रहा हूँ, तो मुझे वही बस ब्लेसिंग दो, और मैंने वही बस खाली बोला और मैंने वही स्कोर किया। जैसे ही गोल स्कोर करने के बाद मैंने भगवान को मनी मन बोला कि थैंक यू बोल के।
On the 11th of January, you're looking to defend penalty corners against Harmanpreet Singh. The reason we do not want to go into a shootout with Surma, or nobody wants to go into a shootout with Surma, is because they have Vincent Van Ash. You know, for me, he's the best in the world. He's the best at what he does. And we went into a shootout with them, and yeah.
And there it goes. Vivek Prasad sets off slightly to the right, straightens now. Dominic Dixon retreats. Prasad lost it. Dixon saves.
Come on, Michael!
Takes his time, doesn't rush into the circle, played it straight into the keeper. Poncelet ducks and dancing, he does, he puts in the top corner. Talvinder, Van Ash comes a long way, put his hand in his back, off the pads it goes. Dominic Dixon comes out, Gurjant's turned him, gone very wide but still gets it. Huda goes, Van Ash comes out waving his arms, Wallace goes to the left, Van Ash stick pokes it away, he's chipped it over him, oh!
You know, when I talk about talent, you know, and people say talent doesn't exist, you know, it's hard work that gets you where you are. I largely agree with that sentiment, but what Zach did there was talent. You can't teach that, you know, at that moment. To think what he thought and to execute that against the best goalkeeper in the world, that's just sensational, you know, and that just sends so much confidence to everyone else in the team that, okay, you know, this is the level.
And it was a really important win for us.
On the 12th of January, you're looking to defend penalty corners against Alexander Hendricks.
They play really well hockey. Before playing them, I think they defeated Sarachi 6-0, and I was like, okay, they are a top team.
Hendricks at the first battery, Sanjay at the second. Goes to Hendricks, it's close to him, but it's also closer to the goal. And they just looked like they meant business right from the off. Toofans they won a penalty corner straight back.
कोच ने डिस्कस किया था कि अपना 100% देना, एंड तक किसी को ये फील ना होनी चाहिए कि मैं कम दे पाया अपना टीम के लिए।
Thrown to the air, should be brought down, and oh, it's gone in! Well, Maiko Kasea.
Start of the tournament, Maiko has been trying really hard. He has been working really hard. We didn't expect that he will just put his stick through just like a cricket shot, just slap it out of the penalty spot, and our coach Pasha was awestruck for it.
One for getting my whole life. I think it's
the best goal I ever scored, and I think I would never score a goal like that again.
Still alive though as the Toofans bring it down, played towards goal, but the wrong side of the post. Toofans have to be patient and wait for that moment.
Sir, he's Toofan of the match, sir. You have to give it to him, sir.
Yeah, I think we have some interesting players. I think Arshdeep is doing very well in the front.
जब आप गोल कर रहे होते हो आपके दिमाग में क्या चल रहा होता है?
यही चल रहा था है कि अगर शॉट लेने की पोजीशन में हूँ तो लूँ शॉट, नहीं तो फिर पास कर सकता हूँ। उसमें एक तो मैं मैन ऑफ द मैच निकला था।
और मेरे ख्याल से जैसे अर्शदीप खेल रहा है, मुझे नहीं लगता उसको कोई प्रेशर वगैरह होगा उसके दिमाग में कभी।
Back-to-back match with Surma and Kalinga changed the whole scenario for the whole group because we won both the matches. Both are one of the top teams in the league, and that created so much good momentum.
Why do you have a scientific advisor for a tournament that's a month and a half? And I go back to those two games and I tell them this is why. We really put in a strong shift against Surma. It was a gritty, gutsy performance against them to get over the line. And the next day, we blew the Lancers away 5-1. The message that we sent out to the rest of the league was this is the level that we are at, not just tactically, but physically. Where 24 hours later, we can play possibly the best hockey playing team in the league. We played Surma, we played Lancers, and now our third game in that sequence was against the Dragons in Ranchi, away from Rourkela.
We focused on ourselves and we put all that energy towards ourselves. 5-1. We're going to enjoy this break with each other. And super proud.